This season of Cooking Hawaiian Style is presented by Kualoa Ranch, where legends are made. Aloha, you got Lanai with another edition of Cooking Hawaiian Style right here from the Kualoa Ranch. We've got a great guest today. We're going to bring somebody in that's behind the scenes. We do over 100 shows already, and this guy was responsible for all of them. So let's get cooking.
When you're living on the island, such a diverse Hawaii, when you've tasted all the flavors from the mountain to the sea, we're cooking Hawaiian style. Oh, Hawaiian style. Oh, cooking Hawaiian style. Oh, Hawaiian style. Oh, we're cooking Hawaiian style.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Chef Jeff. How you doing, Chef?
Awesome as always.
Chef we had to bring him in front of the camera this time because all the shows that we do, he's responsible for our kitchen, taking care of our guests, and making sure everything is in line. Right?
That's right. Actually, it's an awesome job. It's an honor actually because I get to meet a lot of the talent that comes on.
Who is your favorite so far?
Oh gosh, I cannot even name names only because I might just get some hate mail. So
you gotta have one or two. You can name a couple that you liked.
You know, Kapena was awesome.
Yeah.
He and his wife did a great job when we shot over in
on Lanai.
On Lanai.
Yes.
It was fantastic. Miley did a great job there as well.
Miley's Thai. Yes.
Yeah, but I'm looking forward to this season and seeing up the talent that's coming on this season.
We have a great season this season. Yeah. So what are you gonna make today?
Well, today we got a classic, and I was talking to one of the producers and said, do something simple at home, but I'm going to do a classic. It's a furikake seared ahi tuna with a little bit of a salad, and it's marinated a little bit, but we're going to sear it and utilize some of the ingredients from Kualoa Ranch.
Nice.
Yeah.
And this ranch, 4,000 acres. They got grass-fed beef. They got all kinds of great vegetables. We've been using them. We use them a lot. And some of the stuff here, not just vegetables, fruits.
Some of the
ulu.
people, and some of the people we've been working with, Taylor and Isis and Frank and the team here at Kualoa Ranch really put together they do a great job here.
Yes.
And just look at some of the bounty of the ingredients that they have, but let's get to the dish.
Yeah. What do you got there?
First, I'm going to just marinate. We're going to marinate the tuna, but to the marinade, we're going to add a little sesame oil, soy sauce, and then we're going to just crush the chili pepper water just to get the essence out of it.
Okay.
Just going to go into a bowl, and then you don't want too much of that.
No, that's a red Hawaiian chili pepper.
Red Hawaiian chili, the best
Okay.
in the world. It's great flavor. A little bit of sesame oil,
All right.
and then we're going to add to
The ahi.
the ahi a little bit salt and pepper,
Yeah,
and of
that's
course we're
good.
gonna flip this on two sides.
Okay. Do we need some fire?
We got some fire, and I'm gonna put that on, and we're gonna let this marinate just a little bit, and then we're gonna do the salad
Okay.
as well. So,
Now, do you cook a lot? You cook here a lot, but do you cook a lot?
every day at home, and it's a joy because I cook for my wife,
Yeah.
and she absolutely loves me staying home and cooking for her as well, but also some extended family and friends.
Who wouldn't want a chef, right? Well, it's interesting because some of the dishes when the guests come on, you have to cook because television, you can't just cook things, that usually take an hour or two. You're actually helping them put it together and cooking it.
We are, and I learned a lot of their secret family recipes, and
That's one of the good things, huh?
they're very talented cooks in their own right.
Yeah.
We
we got paparazzi flying around for you today, huh?
They all want to get into the tuna.
All right, so you're just gonna flip that around. How long would you marinate?
This is just a quick marinade. This is really just two things. One, get a little flavor in the tuna. Two is to have that furikake adhere to that tuna itself. Yeah. But I'm gonna put it on the pan. Adhere. Stick.
Yes.
Stick onto the tuna.
Yeah.
So at this point, really, it's just taking the furikake and the tuna and just marrying the two flavors now.
All right.
Because all we're doing right now is just getting that furikake nicely coated.
For those of you on the mainland, you don't know what furikake is. It's a dry seaweed with sesames. That's the basic part of it. They have all different types now of furakakes, but Hawaii eats the most furikake in the world, especially at a movie theater. We eat it with our popcorn.
On the popcorn and everything.
It's,
So to a hot pan.
We also, I don't know if you know this, but you know the little cardboard boxes that we put the popcorn in, the furikake?
Yeah.
A friend of mine from Consolidated said that we're the only theater that well, not the only, but we sell the most, or they give away the most cardboard boxes. Because you gotta put the popcorn inside with the furikake and the kakimochi, right?
That's awesome.
Hurricane popcorn, they call that.
So in this pan here,
okay.
in the pan we got a little bit of oil. I'm gonna add that
chili pepper in there?
chili pepper into that as well.
Okay.
And then we're just gonna put the tuna in. We're gonna essentially, we're gonna let this sear.
You're not gonna cook it all the way through.
All the way. So we're gonna take it and we're gonna turn it.
Especially if you have good ahi, you got grade A ahi, you don't want to cook that all the way through.
Not too much at all.
You want to keep that a little bit raw, right?
Yeah, so once that's going, we want to get together the ingredients for the dressing and all these wonderful ingredients.
Oh, we got half a lime.
So just gonna squeeze the lime.
Okay. Lime doesn't have a whole lot of citrus juice in it, does it?
Yeah, but when you use a trusty press like this in here, you get as much as you can out of it.
Salt and pepper to taste?
Yeah, well, I put the salt inside to let it dissolve in the lime juice, and the acidity of the lime juice will really just get that lime, the salt actually
just a half a lime? You're not gonna get
just a half a lime. That's enough because, you know, it's not the whole bunch of salad.
Yeah.
But, you know, that nice little pulp in there.
All right, we're going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to check out this ahi. You just get it seared on all sides. Chef Jeff is hanging out with us. It's Cooking Hawaiian Style. Welcome back to Cooking Hawaiian Style here at the Kualoa Ranch. Chef Jeff taking out his crusted ahi from furikake. I said that wrong.
Yeah, you did. Furikake crusted
furikake ahi.
Yeah.
All right, what are we going to do now?
Well, we're going to finish off that the dressing. Back again, a little bit sesame oil.
So we got a half a lime.
Yeah, half a lime.
Salt, pepper.
Salt, pepper, soy sauce, sesame oil. Now that is actually now just to reinforce what was on here so you can get that flavor back.
All right.
So we got some nice peppers here as well. So we're just going to cut up some peppers.
We got green pepper, red, and just for some color.
Yeah, green, red, color, texture. Has really got the sweetness on that. This immediately goes right into the pan.
That looks good.
As well already. So right into the
you
dressing.
toss all of that in there.
Toss it all.
Okay.
We got some great red onions. Okay. And here's some carrots. Carrots and radishes. But the carrots, look, this is from Kualoa Ranch.
Yeah,
beautiful.
I like this kind of.
Beautiful.
And you can, you know, I like to cook the whole thing sometimes. You know, when you're just eating whatever.
It's perfect.
The whole thing. But yeah, Kualoa Ranch, they got a market that you can go to right at the entrance. Go check out the market. They got grass-fed beef. Soon they'll have pork, but they got all kinds of fruits and vegetables. Pretty amazing place now.
It's great, but you know the carrot tops like that, most people don't know. You can actually do a great pesto with that, as you do with basil.
Yes.
You can do that pesto, and the same thing, if you made a pesto out of that, you can go ahead.
Some olive oil.
Olive oil.
This.
Yeah, garlic, and if you want to use macadamia nuts in it as well, that'll be perfect.
I love pestos.
Yeah, so we also using the carrot tops in here as well. So we added on the furikake, we added on the kiwari sprouts or radish sprouts.
Do you like that comedian Carrot Top?
You know, I don't know what he's taking, but he's a big boy.
Something's wrong with him.
Yeah, he's a good boy, but
he's been lifting weights.
He has been, but listen, look at that tuna. So all we're gonna do now is take the tuna.
Yes.
And the thing with this tuna, you don't want to take it too thin. Okay, nice generous pieces like this.
And you don't want to overcook it either.
Not overcook.
Beautiful.
And then we're gonna actually do a nice little pattern there.
All right, this one's for me. Okay.
That's for you.
Yeah.
Okay, extra chunky for you then.
That looks good.
So great on the plate. Then all we're gonna do is take this salad that we just made. Make sure it's nicely tossed. Take that salad.
You can use whatever vegetables you want, right?
Right on top, yeah. And then, you know, the best thing with this one here.
Wow, you're like a real chef.
God, you know, I strive to be like you every single time I come on the show.
Beautiful.
You know, and just a little bit of that dressing on the top, but just
now you guys know why some of these entertainers come on the show and they go, I don't know if they can cook, but the bugger look good because of him. Yeah.
But look at that. That's simple enough.
Furikake
seared tuna with some tossed greens with citrus vinegar.
If I was in charge of Michelin or James Beard, you'd get one just for that. I didn't even taste it yet. Yeah. What are some of the things you remember from, you know, we've done over 100 shows already. Yeah. Is there anything that sticks out to you from any of our guests?
You know, the pies.
Yeah.
You know, there were some great pies from the Hawaiian Pie Company.
Oh yeah, they did.
You know, there were some great pies from that. The whole steamed fish. You know, we did it on Lanai as well, but. It was from the surfer singer. Makua Rothman. He did a really great job with that.
Amazing, yeah.
So I really like the family style food that people present.
Let's do this one too.
Yeah.
Can we do this one too? Let's just get it cut up. and then
Yeah.
I'll get a plate.
Yeah.
Hopefully somebody will hear me and we'll get a plate because this is mine right here. I don't know what you're gonna eat.
You
That's
know,
a good job there. Where did
that's-
you go to school?
You know, initially I'm from the Big Island in
Yeah.
Keaukaha, so you know the family roots is rooted deep in the homestead of Keaukaha there, and that's really where I grew up. Went to Hilo High, class of '09,
Yeah.
and I'm looking forward to our class reunion. So somebody please invite me. I'm dying to get there.
When's your class reunion?
It's coming up next year, but
Next year? What is that? Your 50th?
50th.
Oh, I'm sorry. What, what is it?
Well, I tell you what, it's coming up, but not quite the 50th.
All right.
I'm going to reinforce a little bit the soy
Okay.
sauce and the sesame in this one as well. Just add it to it, yeah. That'd be great.
There we go.
Yeah. And just give you a little bit more salad on top of this one here as well in the curry sprouts.
That looks good.
So again, you know, you can do this at home, buffet style if you want, or you can do first dates.
Yeah.
You know, some guy who wants to impress his date.
yeah, because it's
you
not a
know,
whole lot of cooking.
Not a whole lot of cooking.
Yeah, it just looks good,
and
fancy.
just don't overdo it. Yeah,
There you go.
don't overdo it.
Did you cook? Did you always cook in when you were younger?
I always did. My grandmother was the first one to introduce me to the kitchen. Well, my dad first, and then my grandmother. So, cooking has always been in our family.
Yeah.
We love cooking, and more importantly, we love eating as well.
There you go.
So,
When we come back, what are you gonna make?
when you come back, we're gonna take the tilapia right from the ranch here, but we're gonna do a classic European style sear on it with a Hawaiian twist.
All right, don't go anywhere. More with Cooking Hawaiian Style when we come back. This looks good, Chef.
Eat it up.
Welcome back to Cooking Hawaiian Style here at the Kualoa Ranch. We got Chef Jeff hanging out with us. Chef Jeff is usually in the kitchen behind the scenes of the show. We bring him in front of the camera. You've done the show a few times.
A few times.
Yeah, and today we're gonna do some tilapia.
Yeah, and I tell you what, tilapia is one of those fish that, you know, some people just say, oh, I really like it or don't like it. But for me, it has a great texture on it, depending where you're buying it from. And this one here is fresh from the waters here at the
What's
ranch.
the normal name for it? We call it tilapia. Isn't it called like a sunfish?
Sunfish.
Sunfish.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was.
And you know, the versatility of tilapia is really great. Fried, of course. This
Yeah.
one here is just boneless fillet. I took it and took that off. But steaming is great for the tilapia as well.
Yeah.
That's a great way to do the tilapia. And you know, here in Hawaii, the Chinese style steamed tilapia is great with sunfish, ginger and soy
Yeah.
and everything else, and splash with hot oil.
Nice.
That's a great one.
All right, what are we gonna do with this
Well,
one?
I tell you, this tilapia here is great. We're gonna score the tilapia. So this one here is basically I took out and filleted tilapia.
Does it have a lot of bones?
No, and this is one of the fish that's enjoyable that doesn't have a lot of bones. The bones basically come right down the center of this fish here, and of course, you know, on the rib cage side. But to do what we call scoring of the fish, we're gonna take the fish and we're gonna bunch it up like this.
Make it tight.
Make it tight
Uh-huh.
and get the knife in there and basically make these slits inside. Two things will happen. One, it'll prevent the skin from curling up, and two, the flavors will permeate right inside of that fish
Nice.
as well. So we take the two fish and then we're gonna hit the pepper on it.
Just some flavor.
Flavor, the pepper. And there's gonna be a lot of flavor when we're doing the seasoning of this fish.
I know you like to cook fish. What is that? What other things you like to cook?
You know, I like cooking braising dishes as well.
Yeah.
But recently I did this great pork belly, slow braised in the oven. Took it out, pressed it like a perfect pork cake.
Yeah.
And then I'm just gonna have my way with it when I get home tonight. Basically, I'm gonna sear it, serve it with like the braising liquid and a little bit of fresh vegetables.
Marinating or anything?
No, the way I braise it as well. So in the braising, it's with the onions and garlic and Shaoxing wine in this case here.
Oh, so
A
you're
lot of
you're
herbs.
holding it down in the liquid.
First is cooked in the oven long and slow. Once it's done and warm, then I press it.
Press it. All right.
Yeah.
Oh, good. All right. We need some oil in that pan.
Well, this pan here is nice and hot. I just took it off early. So I prefer the olive oil in this one here, but to get some flavor into this, we're gonna do a classic European style of
What's your take on
searing.
olive oil? A lot of chefs are saying, you know, you cook the olive oil too much. There's a chemical in it. You know, olive oil is better to cook than regular oil. What's your take?
Well, if it tastes good, eat it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Everything else is bad for you. Right?
That's it. So I'm gonna add the herbs on the side of this in here. I'm gonna also add some lemon halves as well.
So that's kind of going to infuse itself
It's
in
going
the
to
oil.
infuse garlic that has been taken and still has the skins on, on it.
Now,
And
why
again,
wouldn't you take off the skins?
Because I'd like it to stay that nice whole integrity and
Okay.
not to burn overly burning.
All right.
The fish is nice and hot as well. The pan is hot, and when you lay it into the pan, you want to lay it away from you
Okay.
versus towards you in that oil. So
And you want to go skin down first.
skin down first in this pan. And again, because of
Boy,
the
it smells good.
yeah, you can smell that aromatics already
Yeah.
coming out of the pan. Now this is gonna stay in the pan on the skin side. The skin side is gonna be longer than the flesh side
Okay.
on this one here. So now all of these flavors here is gonna go into the pan.
Now, would you do this with any other fish?
Any other fish, and you can do this technique here with chicken or searing beef, of course. And
Yeah.
classically, when you're doing a seared beef, it does something like this in here. So all the flavors now will be getting into the fish. The rosemary flavors, you know, the lemon, and the lemon as well will be used for the sauce at the end.
We have so many amazing fishes in Hawaii. 23% of the fish that you find in Hawaii can only be found here. What's your other favorites? I like opa. I love opakapaka.
Opa is great fish, and recently, you know, I go to the fish markets here
Yeah.
almost every week, and I pick up what's available. Uhu is really great fish
Oh, I
as
love
well.
uhu. Uhu is
You
a
know.
parrot fish.
You know, that fish, depending on the red or the blue varieties,
Yeah.
it still can make my grandmother used to make uhu, but poke with the skin on.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
that was great with the limu kohu.
A lot of people don't realize poke, which means to cut or cube. Originally, the Hawaiians didn't have ahi. You know, they used reef fish. There's even stories about people fishing on this side of the island, right in front of this beautiful valley, for lobster and uni, and they would make lobster uni poke. You know,
That sounds
so many.
awesome.
Yeah, we should try that one day.
Oh man, that
Kind of
sounds great.
expensive, but
Yeah.
it was. We had so much on this side of the island.
Right,
We had so
right.
much lobster and poke. All right, how long would that be?
Well, this one here on the side of this fish here will take about 3 minutes on this
Okay,
side.
we're gonna come back, take a break. We're gonna take that out. We'll see what it looks like, and then we're gonna taste some of this food. Chef Jeff is hanging out with us. It's Cooking Hawaiian Style. Be right back. Welcome back to Cooking Hawaiian Style. Right here, presented by Kualoa Ranch. Chef Jeff is making some tilapia. Real quick, tell us what you put in there again.
So again, it's a rosemary, thyme, chili pepper,
Yeah.
scallions, and lemon. It was just seared in a little bit of olive oil, seasoned with salt and pepper on the fish. But we're gonna finish this off right now by just adding to the pan
You got some aloha shoyu.
Aloha shoyu, one
And
of the
what else
best.
in
I
there?
grew up with that. We're gonna add some chili pepper water. I made this one myself.
Chili
so.
pepper water, Hawaiian chili pepper, the little red one.
Yeah,
And
and
that's
it's
the one we used on the ahi right before that. And
That's
then you
it.
got some garlic and water.
yeah, and then
Yeah.
we're gonna actually add
Oh,
a couple of pieces of butter
there you
because
go.
you know, contrary to popular belief, butter for chefs are a friend. So
Yeah, of course.
butter is our friend.
Friends with everybody.
Yeah, yeah. So that's all done, and I'm just gonna cover that for a few seconds.
Okay, let me taste your chili pepper
Yeah.
water. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no. Yeah. You know, Hawaiians sometimes they sit around when they drink beer and they take shots of chili pepper. Your uncles used to do that.
That's my brothers and I.
Yeah, you see? My
Yeah.
uncles used to do that. My uncle, he does that.
Yeah. So
Very good.
basically, the butter is now melting into that, so it's kind of like a soy butter chili pepper water sauce.
Mm-hmm.
And this is basically it. Once all the flavors go in here, and then you take that, you know, in Europe they're shaking back and forth the pan like this one here.
Uh-huh.
It's actually taking that fish juices and emulsifying it,
Okay.
and it's called piri piri. And now you see how thick that liquid looks
Sounds like a Samoan word.
Yeah, piri piri. So
Yeah.
now once where it was just loose, it's now a thick,
Now you're just gonna base it with all the
thick,
spices in there.
base it, and this is really ready to go.
Yeah. How
And
long you want to make it? Because that fish you don't want to overcook it either, right?
no overcooking, and you know it went on the skin side down.
Yes.
And I'm going to present it this way, up this way here, because you have the nice meat that you're going to go right into,
Yeah.
and the basting of this is perfect. So all this goes on the plate. All of this goes on the plate. So this
That's
is ready to plate.
All right. How do you like working with the guys here at the ranch? I mean, they got so many different options for you.
You
to
know,
cook with.
they are just real great people to work with, especially the team that has been providing all the produce
Yeah.
and even the fish. Very courteous. They're just in love with the product that they have.
We got to say mahalo to the Morgans, the whole staff here at Kualoa Ranch. Kuahivi, he was on our a couple seasons ago. The guy, he knows all kinds of stuff about this place. I mean, you got 4,000 acres of just incredible things to do here, from riding mountain bikes, electric mountain bikes, quads, horseback riding. They got the movie tour. They filmed all kinds of things here, from Jumanji, the 51st Dates, Forgetting Sarah Marshall, Godzilla. The list goes on and on. Were you in any of these movies?
It might have been Godzilla. I don't know.
That looks good, Chef.
You know, and then you got to serve it with this lemons. Again, this lemons here, when you squeeze the lemons, the caramelization of that as well, of the lemons. And again, you cannot waste any of this juice. So
I want to try some of this sauce you got here.
I tell you what, this sauce is. You look at that. This is all natural. So the thickness of the sauce.
Let me try some of this
Yeah,
sauce.
go right ahead.
Oh yeah, became very more creamy.
Very creamy. The
Very good. And I can
emulsification,
still
all
taste
that.
the chili pepper water in
You
there.
taste it in there.
Yeah.
You taste the soy. Now it's a soy butter chili pepper water sauce.
Tell us again what you
Naturally.
made the first dish. You had the ahi.
We had the ahi, seared ahi. It's a furikake seared ahi.
Uh-huh.
We did a little bit of a twist. We marinated a little bit, and then we did a salad on
Yeah.
top of that. So the salad was some of the natural greens here, from carrot tops to the carrots to the radishes. But it made a nice salad on that. This particular one here, it's
gonna
the
just, right here, I'm gonna
it's a
taste it.
tilapia from the ranch here,
Okay.
and it's simply seared with all the herbs, garlic, chili peppers, scallions, and lemon.
That is very good.
And then at the end, chili pepper water, soy, and melted. We call it melted butter with the butter.
And I think I told you before we started shooting, I said tilapia is not my favorite fish.
Yeah.
But this is really good. It doesn't taste gamey.
No.
As a lot of tilapia would be,
Yeah.
right?
And in this particular technique with the herbs and the garlic and the lemon, it makes a wonderful combination.
Right on.
Yeah.
Chef Jeff, ladies and gentlemen, he's the guy that's behind the scenes of every show. He works with all our guests and come here and help put their foods together. Because it's not an easy thing to put a cooking show together. A lot of people don't realize it. You got time against you.
You got
You know what I
time.
mean?
We're in a timeline, and I know the producers, they really get behind you all
Thank
the
you
time.
for
yeah.
everything that you do. Make sure you check out our website, cookinghawaiianstyle.com, and you can get all the recipes and all the exact amounts of stuff. I'm Lanai. We'll see you next time. Ahui ho. This is Onaba.